God. Look at them all. They're being rallied. Wait a minute. Wait, that sounds like a mob. It sounds like the people are already waging war upon the factories. And the pigs are being sent out to defend. Yeah, listen to that. It's like mobs of people screaming explosions. The hell's making that noise? Oh wait, I'm already on the surface. I guess I traveled very far up in the elevator. Okay. I just realized I'm on the surface now. Or maybe the people aren't attacking the factory, but the pigs are attacking the people and defending themselves.
Oh God, no, what have I done?
Why is there a naked dead body just lying in the ground? Oh. There's a cart full of naked dead bodies. What are they used for? Feed? Spare body parts? It's locked. What have I done?
Madness, I know you are out here. I own this city. I am this city.
No! This is not what I meant! This is not what I meant at all!
I've unleashed them. October 25th, 1899. No one misses the poor. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore and a gentleman applauds you. Cull a beggar and a lady walks safely again. I hate them. I hate them more than any of the others. This privilege, this pretension. These so-called leaders, these pillars of society, these rich and fanciful. They wear their filth on the inside, but they are no less dirty. I have plans for them all. We will feed them, and then we will feed from them.
Redeem yourselves. Redemption is at hand. Enter the cleansing and set your souls free. For you are born into filth and will die as pigs. Only through my redemption can you ascend to the skies and claim the heavens as your kingdom. Fall on your knees. Ashes, ashes, bones and ashes. For the pile will reach critical, and we can have such a burning that this city will shine as a beacon of redemption for the world!
A beacon of redemption. Sure. London's burning, London's burning. God forgive me, what have I unleashed? I stand and smell the burning city. I see ash upon the wind. I hear the roars of the sickening beasts and the screams as they fall upon the city and drag its people below for the slaughter. Now I begin to understand what the other composite ingredient of Compound X must be. And I also understand this. It is my responsibility now. I must find a way back to the heart of the machine and complete what I started. Oh god, I have to go back? The other composite ingredient of Compound X. People. It's people. What is Compound X? Isn't it some sort of revitalization fluid? So are they mixing just like a slurry of dead human bodies? Like human pulp? Just human soup? Combined with this cell reanimation compound? To somehow create energy powered by a disgusting mixture? A gigantic amorphous blob of aliveness? A soup? It's a fucking alive human soup. A machine for pigs. Only people are the pigs. It's the pigs. A machine for pigs, not... it's a machine run by pigs. And the people are the pigs. October 24th, 1899. We have set aside an entire wing of the mansion for their parties. We invite them from near and far, and we guzzle them in with fine wine and the finest cuts in all of London. My god, Mandus. But these chops are rather divine. Who is your butcher? Feed them up, for the wine and the grains will also lend a character to the product. Keep the flesh relaxed. Opium in the champagne and gravy. A hog roast every night for the Duke and the Duchess. An actress battered and sliced. An artisan in every mouthful. An importer of fine teas stewed in his own leaves. They bicker and breed under the table, by the fireplace, on the carpet, stained with wine and fat, whilst long-dead nobles of deformed grace and cold stare watch them from gilded frames along the crooked walls. We will hose it down later as we shovel them into our machine. December 1899. I stand and look at myself in the mirror, penis in hand, and my reflection grins at me, and his mouth is full of the sulfur mustards. Vain fool, he sneers. Are you really so very different? Do you genuinely believe your works of evil are any greater than the rest of them? You are simply a weak man, a product of his age, the same as any other. This is empire, Cretan. This is the killing idiocy. The natural result of this social Darwinism. If you are evil, then this world is evil. You just let the blood run in the street rather than hiding it in the poorhouse. You hold the blade and slide it home yourself. You do not pay a man to do this for you where you cannot see it. If you are evil, at least yours is an honest evil. And that alone makes you... I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I know it's German. Other than that, I don't know. And thus, I wash my hands and take to bed. Back down we go.
This is what you planned.
What the hell? I don't know if that's bugging out or what. Or it's having a seizure? Oh god. Go, 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 go! Oh, it's right behind me! It's right fucking behind me! I'm not looking behind me, I'm not looking behind me. I'm not looking behind me! Not looking behind me! Streets and alleys. There are too many of these damnations, these beasts, loose on the street. To all have come from the engine rooms. As I emerged, I counted 3 of the damnable pneumatic lifts, which suggests the machine has been planning this for some time, smuggling routes to the surface all about this neighborhood. If my bearings are correct, beyond the alley I should stand directly over the ignition rooms, and I will wager that if I find a pneumatic there, it will carry me back to the machine's heart.
Beast! Creature! Where are my children? Where are my children?
I hear it. I hear it. Moving. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh, here we go. Or to the pig line. That does not sound good. Oh, hi, hi. Down we go, to the pig line. Wonderful. Oh, my children. I just saw my children. For a split second, they were there. Farming the world. I saw the detritus of the so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease. I saw rubbish floating in the harbor. We are ruiners, all of us, and we make the world unclean. Yep. We are back to the pig line. Dear God, this machinery is so loud. The Iron Butler. I can't even hear myself think. I have to kind of yell. Oh my God. Those are human corpses. Oh. Hold on, what's up here? Combat X, no naked flames, no unshielded electrics. Big light. Oh, that's a gigantic container of Compound X. I could break it and shine a light. Oh, calm down, I don't want to break it yet. Or do I? Oh. Hi. Maybe I do? What would that do? I don't know, what the hell? At the spark plug. This electrification must be lethal to the touch. Now to confound the machine and flood the system. This time not with sewage, but boiling, sparking liquid death. Flood the system. But how? Wait, what is this counterattack? I didn't read this. I've returned, an angel of vengeance, a saboteur once more. I will find a way to stop this vast enterprise of slaughter. Enough destruction opened the heart before, confused the machine enough to spring its locks and secret doorways. I must cause it great shock, stab its eyes, poke hot wires into its ears, hammer to its teeth and push glass into every orifice. Then it will gasp, and in that gasp, I will scuttle into its throat and stab its heart from inside.
Will they be free?
Yes, my friend. Drained and bled and freed from the prison of the flesh. Free to ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good? The worthy? How will we save them?
Show me these worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
Wow. Whatever he brought back with him. From the jungle. What did he bring back? That one's broken. Pigline's central operations. Freaking maze. October 27th, 1899. Then upstairs, to bed, to toss and turn on bloated stomachs, to copulate and puke upon chase... long? What? I don't know what that is. A four-poster or dressing table, collapse at last. Into the engulfing mattress, drunk and drugged and fat and stupid and senseless. And spring the trap. Man piggies, spring the trap. At a pull of a lever, a set of hydraulic pistons and gears are fired, resulting in 3 walls of steel bars, dropping from the ceiling via the canopy to cage the product into the bed, preventing escape. The entire bed is then tilted backwards into the wall by a powerful spring mechanism, also fed by the hydraulics. The pressure for the system is created as a byproduct of the vacuum evisceration system, employed for mass production elsewhere on the pig line. In this way, we have created our very own bottled revolution, for the movement of the masses is a casual factor in the extermination of the rich. That's where I woke up. 3 walls of steel bars dropping from the ceiling to cage the product into the bed. And then it's tilted backwards into the wall. That's where I woke up. Danger contains coolant. Something about danger and coolant. Oh, I guess this is Compound X. Oh, can I toss him down there? Coolant pumps. I sense an opportunity, my first strike. Impeding these cogs with a large enough object should jam the flow of coolant, causing a pressure buildup that will split the pipes and rupture the tanks. Alright. Fuck you. Throw another one in there for good measure. Why not? Ugh. Okay. That was very effective. Now what? Do I go back? Am I supposed to go back? I'm not really sure. Well, it's locked. So unless I do something up here, then I'm thinking no. Well, this whole place is flooded. Oh, I see. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Now let's turn that off before I go in the water myself. Yeah. Ouch. Oh my god. It's like it's got a random brass pipe just stuck into its arm for, I don't know, stability. Structural stability, like a bone. Spark plug. Coolant pumps. Alright, I have a lot of opportunities here to mess with this. Big Line Central Operations. Wow. Holy crap. Vanity Kosh. I don't even know what that is. Tripery. Alright, should I start messing with stuff? Here we go. Yeah, doesn't feel good, does it? Take that. Well, I think that's about done it. Oh, okay.
I know you, machine.
Don't touch it.
I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul. I will destroy you.
You are too late, Mandus. My great works are almost begun.
Your great works. I don't like the sound of that. Your great works aren't two works, are they? Two certain small, childlike works? October 27th, 1899. And waste not, want not. For here the assorted slop and innards are sifted and sorted, and enter the world through more channels and means than one could possibly conceive. The product passes by this section of the engine and is driven through the blade, splitting it into two sections, ready for the butcher's block. And in the interim, it is kept in our freezer bays under the house, and the heat produced naturally by the refrigeration process feeds into the pipes and crannies of these rooms, and is the very reason, my dear friend, that we can sit here in shirts and waistcoats but no jackets, on a freezing winter's night, without a fire in the grate, and discuss our great enterprises. The warmth in our bellies and toes may be attributed directly to those bellies and toes even now passing through steam, fire, and blade beneath our feet. Oh my god. Oh. That is so disgusting. Whoa. Wait, is that the room that I saw with the cradle? Or is that a different one? It's gotta be a different one. Still though, that one's playing with blocks. December 2nd, 1899. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones under the whatever that is. The skulls of innocents under the loose clod. Headless rib cages in the cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles apart. I trace my life back to this instance. Rain channels eroded in ancient stone. The toxins are already in this damp, this falling water. I hack and retch and vomit into the sink, and grasp at the bowl with both hands and stare. There in the plug hole, as clear as day, a toy spine, clockwork and intricate, like a child's spine. But clockwork. How could that be? How could a child's spine be made like a clockwork? I washed it carefully and placed it on the mantelpiece. By the egg I laid myself, under the garden where the children's skulls are buried. I call it my Mexico. What? By the egg I laid myself. Yeah, in the garden where the children's skulls are buried. A toy spine, clockwork and intricate. Yeah, I mean, he wanted to resurrect, right? He was messing with resurrection. He wanted his wife and he wanted his children back. He was making his children back. A toy spine. He was making a child's spine. A clockwork version. Well. What does this mean, though? The toxins are already in this damp. This falling water. What toxins and what damp? What falling water is he talking about? Rain channels eroded in ancient stone. The path? To the tripery. It is critically injured now, I am sure of that. It jeers no more. I feel it shudder around me. A wounded animal pressed flat to the ground. I feel it is afraid of me. And I hate it all the more, as I hate myself for unleashing it. My head pounds with blood, my teeth vibrate, I retch and burn with fever. I am an angel of death, descending to smother the firstborn for the death of the two that came after.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding sky, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
Oh God. It's a torrent of human mush, human fluids. And that is a feast for pigs. Oh my God.
I can meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Manders, my excitement is almost unseemly.
Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you.
Manders? Manders, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Manders! We are the pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
A machine for pigs. Oh God. My children. Oh, I'm standing in it.
I climb in stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
What am I about to fall? This is I'm inside of the machine now, aren't I? I mean, inside of the heart. This is the heart. This is... Oh, it's a massive chamber of... Oh my God. I'm wading through human mush. The pulp. Oh. The veil lifts. The bride is waiting. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore and a gentleman applauds you. Call a beggar and a lady walks safely again.
fires are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water and split the egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. So he reactivated it. I'm assuming it means in the jungle, right? Wherever it came from. Steeped me in the blood of your own. 25th December 1899. If you should find this, then you already know all I would tell you. You already know what you have done, and what you must do now. Walking away from those temples. That small pile of stones beneath the... Again, I don't know how to pronounce that word or what it means. The skulls of innocents under the loose clod. Headless ribcages, cruelly torn asunder to expose their flowers. In the cool stone, behind the altars, 3,000 miles away. I trace my life to this instant. Rain channels eroded in ancient... Oh, this is what I've already read, right? Yeah. Wait, no, this is different. The toxins are already in this dampness falling water. And in that instant, cradling my children's heads in my palms, I knew that I had to unbuild what I myself had constructed. Though even then it was little more than a sickening dream. This machine is ever mine, and it falls to me to redeem it, and myself. Cradling my children's heads in my palms. This instant, rain channels eroded in ancient stone. And in that instant, cradling my children's heads in my palms. So his children were there. His children were there at the temple. Did they die there? That's what I'm wondering. Did they die there and that's what, like, an accident happened? And that's what reactivated whatever the hell it is? Or did he bring his children there after they had already died in an attempt to reactivate them, to bring them back to life? It sounds like they died there. In my dreams, I walk with my children. I walk tunnels where no human has trod before. I am sure of that. It is just me and him now. Frost forms on my coat sleeves. The deathly still and the freezing air tell me I am close. Vacuum eviscerators. Scalding hoses. And so on and so forth. Now, what's the other way? Nothing.
But why did you take my children?
Aye, Mandus. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a filicide. And everything is lost.
Oh god. Was that one of those things? One of the failed experiments? That's constantly flashing in and out of existence? From one plane of existence to the other? Constantly tormented? Mantis Processing Company. Orgon distribution tanks. Maintenance access. Or I don't know if it's meant to be organ or orgon. Yeah, what's this way before I go that way? Ugh. I think it is that creature. The tormented one. How very welcoming. Oh god. I guess it's gonna close behind me. Of course! Oh, fuck. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Is that noise getting closer? Oh! Oh god. Whew. Oh god, fuck, it saw me. Oh god, go, 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 go. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna press it. I'll press it. Oh god. That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Let's try that again. This time I'm going right for one of these switches. Oh god, it already found me. Okay, okay, it disappeared. Disappeared. Where's it gonna show up? Where? Where? I'm stuck in a corner. God damn it, it saw me again. I cannot stop. Oh god, it's right behind me. I can't stop to press the fucking thing. God. Stop chasing me. Oh god, thank you. Mandus descending amongst the spirits. The Aztecs believed they could avert the apocalypse through sacrifice. History tells us they failed. Their tragedy was simply that they could not spill enough blood in time. Is that what I've reactivated? Some sort of Aztec spirit? Well, if they think people can be saved or whatever from blood through sacrifice, well, we have that nailed. Lots of blood.
Only to save you. Only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loan. Oh, my children. My children. What have I done? What have I become? I will put it right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
All of them? I'm a bit skeptical about that, Mandus. How exactly do you plan to wash all of your sins clean? You have a lot of them. 28th December, 1899. Memories. They surface like bloated bodies, rising to the scum of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother. Little piglets, squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point, did my soul split, creating him? Was this the egg of my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick? Is the only path to redemption to join us together again? To make myself whole? To close the great circle and take that madman into my heart once more and forgive him? And myself as well. Wait, what? Hold on, let me reread that. There's a lot there to take in. Memories covered in the blood of their dead mother. Great love and a consuming hate. Did my soul split, creating him? Was this the egg? He said the egg that he hatched, right? Or that he made. Join us together again. Take that madman into my heart once more.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
Mandus is alone. I search for instruction, for advice, for help in my goals, but in return the system mocks me. Simpleton, it says. You must find your own answers now. Are they kind of like referencing me? Are they like breaking the fourth wall a little bit? Are they trying to tell me something? Like from now on it's all me?
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
Hold on, I will be right back. Alright, let's continue. Whoa! The hell? Oh god. Oh no. Where is it? Where is it? Oh shit. That fucking thing. Oh no, where is it gonna show up? It's like it knows where I am. It almost seems like it knows where I am. Oh god, where? Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh fuck. Okay, this way, this way, this way, this way. Don't look behind you. Don't look behind you! It knows I'm here! It knows I'm here! Close the door! I don't know if he can break down doors. Oh, where am I now? The hell is this thing? What is this? Oh, that's a heart. It's like this thing is designed just to start it. This heart. Yeah. Deliver electricity to it. The hell is that? What? I think I just started it up. By touching it. Okay, we're gonna start the heart. Final one.
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
Is that the heart of the creature? Is that it? I actually have its heart? A literal heart? Alright, where's the way back down? Here we go. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I have you now. Come here.
Oh, God help me. I am lost in the dry paper soul of the world.
Enoch, Edwin, Oswald, and I.
listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
Created you to save the world. What? Some person held, looks like immersed in maybe Compound X or some sort of fluid. Kept alive through an extreme amount of machinery. What the hell?
Mandus, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
So I did kill my children. Well, onto the line I go. My children. Temple steps.
I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Mandus trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Mandus. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their stamps into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts. my creator, my father, you cannot destroy me! Please spend a stone for your children.
Here we go. I'm gonna press the button.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out. And in that moment, the new century was born.
The end. Wow. Where to start? And this is who did make it for your pleasure and appreciation. I'm looking at this list of developers, and it's actually really small, isn't it? Those are all the people that made it? Wow, I didn't realize the developers were such a small team. It's like, what, a dozen or two people? Huh. Wow, okay, well. Again, where to begin? Let's see. Well, I'm really bad at wrap-ups usually, and this is going to be no different. Sorry, I'm just getting like caught up just staring at the credits. Stained glass windows were designed by... These are some very specific credits. The test subjects that did point out what was inefficient, unethical, or broked were... Okay, yeah, wrap up. I keep getting interrupted just by the interesting stuff that's in the credits. And the pig line was kept in motion throughout by the producers. I like it when they have a sense of humor in the credits. Okay, wrap up for real. I really like this game. And... wow, I think that's the end of the credits? The party that leans upon the workers but serves the bourgeoisie, I think that's pronounced, in the period of the greatest sharpening of the class struggle, cannot but sense the smells wafted from the waiting grave. The end. The end? Do I click? Yes, I do. Okay. Now let me give a proper wrap-up. Yes, I really like this game. Now, there's quite a bit to talk about. So, let's see. When I came into this game, I was hoping for an experience that was on par with Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and how horrifying it is, and I think it reached it. Or got very close to it. However, it's also a very different experience, actually. It's actually a very different experience from Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Yeah. Let me turn on my light, actually. There we go. For some reason, it feels easier to give a wrap-up when I can actually see, even though it doesn't really matter. So it's a very different game from Amnesia: The Dark Descent. You can really see a lot of the Chinese Room's influence from Dear Esther in this game. Like, it's definitely not a copy of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which is good. I'm glad they did something different to keep it fresh. I don't just want clones of Amnesia: The Dark Descent to come out. You know, I want something interesting, something different. Something that has the same sort of... I don't know. Sort of the same feel. You know, some of the same ideas and design principles behind Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but I want something different. And they delivered on that. It was extraordinarily scary. Maybe not quite as much as Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but it was pretty damn terrifying. And the way it's different is that it's quite a bit like Dear Esther in actually quite a few ways. Especially towards the end. Alright, so near the beginning, and for quite a bit of the game, it's pretty close to Amnesia: The Dark Descent with some changes, in that they've pared down and simplified the gameplay. In Amnesia: The Dark Descent, you had to worry about your lantern oil. You had to worry about finding tinderboxes to light sources and stuff like that. You had to worry about your sanity. And all of that's gone. There is no tinderboxes. There are no tinderboxes. There is no limited lantern oil. There is no sanity system. And in fact, I think there's even quite a bit less puzzles, I would say. Yeah, there's even less puzzles, so... From the beginning, even though it had quite a few similarities to Amnesia: The Dark Descent, in its overall structure, in that, you know, you kind of go around with a lantern, looking at stuff in a strange environment, finding notes, and occasionally solving puzzles. However, during all of that, they really did pare down and simplify the gameplay. Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. Or a good thing. I don't know how I feel about that. It's... Well, I mean, I don't hate it. I also don't love it. I don't know. Maybe it's just different? I can't really say whether it's good or bad, but it's definitely different. So less Yeah, less survival aspect, less resource management. It's just simplified. Which is very reminiscent of Dear Esther. But the comparisons to Dear Esther get even more close to each other towards the end of the game. The last hour of this game was very, very close to how Dear Esther was. And then it's kind of like you're walking through... what would you call it? Almost like a visual novel of sorts, you know? Where you're just walking through environments, and the story is just kind of being told around you. That's not to say you have no interaction. You do, obviously. You can choose where to go. You're still pressing buttons and stuff. You're still deciding where to look and all of that. But still, it's very much like you're kind of going through a very tightly controlled, very tightly scripted thing where the story is being delivered to you. And I don't mean to imply that's a bad thing. I don't think it is. No, I just think it's something very different. Whereas in Amnesia: The Dark Descent, you were always very active in what you did. Although there were occasional cases where you ended up, hearing a bunch of exposition as you walked around, especially towards the end of the game, just like it was here. But in this game, it's definitely taken to a much further step past Amnesia: The Dark Descent in that, and very, very Dear Esther-like. In that there's not much interactivity towards the end. It's more just kind of story that is just happening around you as you keep going down corridors and stuff like that. So yes, it is definitely a distinct game. It has the Amnesia name, it's produced by Frictional Games, but it's very much made by the Chinese room. And you can really see their mark upon it. Their own twist, their own flavor, and their own very Dear Esther-ish sort of design playing into it. Which I think is interesting. And I think the end result of that, I think the end result of you having less interaction in the world, less puzzles, less resource management, not having to deal with the sanity system and all of that, I think the fact that it's more pared down does remove a bit from the horror, which is why I don't think it's quite as scary as Amnesia: The Dark Descent now that I think about it. But it got close. And it's okay, it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be extremely scary. It just has to be good. Overall, as an experience. It has to be a good, interesting experience, and that it was. And it was very scary, and extremely tense, and disgusting, and horrifying in so many wonderful ways. This game is beautiful in its disgustingness. Truly, this game has a perverse beauty to it. Nothing like wading through human pulp. So yes, similar in quite a few ways to Amnesia. It's very identifiable as an Amnesia game. You're going through dark places with a lantern, and yeah, it's Amnesia, very Amnesia-like, but also very different, which is good. I like the fact that it's different. It's not just a copy. It's its own thing, and it stands on its own. What else to say? Complaints. Do I have any real complaints? I can't... There's nothing major, no doubt. There's nothing major that I didn't like about the game. I feel like there's some minor stuff that I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, okay, so one minor thing. Like, one of the first places that I got stuck, when you first turned on the... Like, when I used the coal to fire the furnaces and get whatever that first machine was started. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was back in probably episode 3, most likely. During that whole section where I got stuck, I realized something that would make it clearer as to... It would have made that situation clear, and I think would also be good for the game in general. And that's that sometimes you don't know whether the game tells you can move stuff, right? And it has you move stuff to get stuff out of the way to progress, right? Like, you can move boxes, so you can move a box out of the way and continue on your way, now that you've moved it. So it communicates that to you. Of course, it's a very physics game where, you use the mouse to open the doors and turn valves and stuff. That's the Amnesia thing. It's very interactive and you can move stuff. However, there are sections where boxes and stuff are blocking the way, and for no particular reason, you just can't move them. And it doesn't give you any feedback whatsoever. Just sometimes there are static objects, and sometimes there are interactable objects, and there's no reason given for why some are static and some aren't. So I think what would have been good is to have it, well, Okay, here's my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. What would have made that situation clear, and what would make it clear in any other situation as well, is if every single, box was interactable, basically, but if it's not meant to be moved, maybe you go up to it and you hear, a straining, grunting noise, and then maybe the text says, this box is too heavy to move, right? So it's telling you that, yes, we know you can move stuff, and this isn't a static object, even though in reality it is, but, it's not... We understand that you're trying to interact with this, however, you can't move it, because it's too heavy. That would make it clear. Whereas as it is now, you walk up to boxes, and the vast majority you just can't interact with for no particular reason. However, now that I think about it, I realize that that actually would lead to clutter. And what I mean by that is this. Alright, you might have noticed that a lot of places, especially early on in the game, were locked with physical, very visible, huge padlock things. Just bolted across the doors and the desks and the drawers and stuff. Now, at first I just thought this was creepy, and it is. However, I think there's a bigger purpose to it. In their quest to simplify the game, and have less inventory management and... Actually, wait, there isn't an inventory. I just realized that. There is no inventory. So yeah, in their quest to simplify it, and to streamline the experience, I think one of the reasons they did that, maybe the main reason they had those locks, was to make it so that you don't feel like you have to interact with every single thing in the world, and get confused and worry that you missed something. Because think about if those locks weren't there. All those desks, all those drawers, if they didn't have locks, then they would have basically had to make them interactable and have it so you can open all of the drawers, because if they didn't, that would be weird, right? You can interact with some drawers, but you can't interact with these? That wouldn't make any sense. So naturally, if they didn't have the locks, you'd be able to open all of the drawers. The problem with that is that you're going to end up feeling like you have to go through all of the drawers to find everything. So you're going to be going through drawers and ripping open drawers and desks and stuff like a madman. So I think in their quest to simplify the game, that's one of the reasons they did that. So I just realized that if you had it so you can interact with every box, but it tells you you can't move it, that would also make it so you feel like you have to try to push every box to see whether it's pushable. So I guess having only boxes that you can interact with have the pop-up with a little hand icon might be the better way to go, because then you don't have to try it, right? You can just sweep your vision across it, and if the little hand icon shows up, you can interact with it, and if it doesn't, you can't. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I could see both ways being good for that. I could see how not saying anything streamlines the experience, but I can also see how saying something would make it clearer. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much my only complaint about the game. That's really it, and that is an extremely minor complaint. Oh yes, and that one extremely low resolution pipe texture. There's my second minor complaint. There was one extremely low resolution pipe texture for a gigantic pipe that was right next to your face and it looked terrible. That's it. Those are my complaints. That's all I can think of. Which I think goes to show how much I like this game, and how good it is. Because everything else is amazing! Oh my god, okay, where to start? Freaking fantastic sound design. Incredible. I can't even express how good it is. Outlast. which I just played. That's a previous horror game that I played to this within the last week. That had extremely good sound design too. That I put up there with Cryostasis, a game which I still has pretty much my favorite sound design in any game ever. But I put Outlast right up there with that. And now I'm putting Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, right up there with Outlast and Cryostasis, for being mind-bogglingly good. It just sounds amazing. It adds so much to every single scene. It feels like you could just stop. Just stop at any place in the game and just listen, and you will be creeped out. It's that good. Just the detail everywhere, the creaks and the groans and the dripping and the far-off screams and the whispering, and it's so good. The music was extraordinary. Truly some, not only just creepy music and good in general, but also very epic too, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting epic music in an Amnesia game. But the scene where you were going into the heart, the machine, going down the elevator, and some of the other scenes near the end, truly epic music. Amazing. Just kind of, I don't know, somehow epic. Again, very epic, gives you a big feeling of scale, of hugeness, because you're dealing with something very huge. You know, the temple, the machine. But also very creepy at the same time. Somehow it's like epic creepy. Which is a weird combination, but somehow they pulled it off. Okay, what else? It's a very good looking game. Not amazing, but very good. Well, let me break it down into two parts. Okay, graphic design wise, amazing. Well, just like sound design, graphic design, great. Really, really, really good. Now, graphic fidelity is very good. Not amazing, but very good. It's definitely not a super high-end game. And you can even see it in the system requirements. I mean, even the recommended system requirements for, like, the video card is basically like a generation behind my video card, and my video card is 2 generations old. So it's obviously not a game that's focused too much on the graphics being amazing. So it's not an amazing looking game from a fidelity perspective, but it's very good. And it's quite a step up from Amnesia the Dark Descent. It is a lot better looking than Amnesia the Dark Descent. In a few ways. And it's just everything is, you know, higher resolution, more polygons. The typical way that you increase the graphics. But it's also better looking than Amnesia in kind of the scale of it almost. Like, Amnesia was mostly just pretty standard sort of castle corridors. There weren't too many particularly interesting looking things in Amnesia. It was mostly just castle corridors and stuff. You know, there weren't really many set pieces or anything particularly epic for the most part. But this game, it has so many memorable things. Like, I mean, Amnesia, I can't, as much as I love it, I can't really remember any particularly memorable scenes visually, because it is mostly just castle corridors. But this game, oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna remember it. It is varied, and epic, and creepy, and unique in its looks. So it's a much more lush game, just graphic design-wise. And it's also quite a bit improved, just fidelity-wise. And it runs buttery smooth, so it's very, very well optimized too. Gotta hand that to them. I mean, most of the time I was getting 60 FPS while recording. And that's with everything at max, except for... what is it? Everything is maxed except for... is it here? Yes, except for the screen space ambient occlusion filter. It's set to medium instead of high. That's it. Other than that, everything's maxed. And ran at pretty much always 60 FPS while recording. So yes, very, very well optimized. Is there anything else to say about it? So a couple minor complaints and a hell of a lot of good. I think that might be it. You know what's really sad? I've been waiting 3 years since Amnesia the Dark Descent to play another really terrifying game. And this has done it. This is the first game since 3 years ago that has ever actually made me this scared. Anywhere near as scared as the original did. And I have the sinking feeling that I might have to wait years more to get another experience this good. That is really depressing now that I think about it. But, keep in mind, this was not developed by Frictional Games, which means, guess what Frictional Games has been doing? They've been making their own stuff in the interim. In the 3 years, they have been making a game. So, I would hope that comes out before 3 years from now, because that would mean they had a 6-year production cycle, which would be horrible. That would be hellish. So yeah, I'm guessing Frictional Games' next game is probably not going to take 3 years from now. In fact, with 3 years into it, I would expect that they're probably pretty far in. Alright, that's perked me up. Now I'm not too depressed. Alright. Well, I think that's it, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed my descent into madness, horribleness, perversions, into the machine, 4 pigs, run by pigs. 4 pigs, but not the normal pigs, no. The human pigs. Us. Their disgusting, filthy bodies. Yes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this dark and very disturbing journey. Goodbye.